When the asylum closed, officials said there was nothing to report. But the documents that surfaced later told a very different story. In part 1, we looked at how the asylum shut down without warning. But what happened after the doors closed was even more disturbing. Publicly, the closure was a quiet administrative matter, a footnote in the county's budget report. The staff were reassigned, the patients transferred, and the building was left to decay. The official story ended there, but the real story was just beginning, hidden away in boxes of forgotten files. The files that eventually emerged were a chaotic mess of inconsistencies and redactions. These weren't just patient logs. They were chronicles of neglect. We found pages with missing dates, entire weeks unaccounted for. Causes of death were listed as natural causes over and over again, sometimes for a dozen patients in a single day, with the same doctor's signature scrawled at the bottom. Handwritten corrections were layered on top of typed entries, changing names, dates, and diagnoses. This wasn't sloppy paperwork. It was selective. It was a deliberate effort to erase what had truly happened within those walls, to smooth over the jagged edges of a brutal reality. Then came the voices. Former staff, afraid to speak on the record for years, began to share their accounts anonymously. One nurse described patients being moved in the middle of the night, their destinations unknown. A janitor recalled shredders running for days on end in the weeks leading up to the closure. An orderly spoke of medication logs that were corrected by administrators before state inspections. The stories varied in their specifics, but the core narrative was hauntingly consistent. Different voices, same details. A pattern of concealment emerged, one that pointed not just to negligence, but to a coordinated cover-up. When we presented these findings to state health officials, we were met with a wall of bureaucratic denial. Freedom of information requests were returned with boilerplate rejections. Official documents stated that records were unavailable, had been destroyed in a minor fire, or were sealed due to privacy laws that didn't even apply. We were told there was no evidence of wrongdoing, not because it wasn't there, but because it was never officially recorded. The system designed to protect the vulnerable had instead protected itself, burying its failures under layers of red tape and procedural silence. This raises a series of unsettling questions. Why was there no public report after the sudden closure of a major state institution? Why were non-criminal patient and operational records sealed from public view, a move that is almost unprecedented? And why were former employees implicitly silenced with threats to their pensions and professional licenses? The silence that hangs over these questions is more damning than any confession. This wasn't the end. In another facility nearby, the shutdown didn't happen quietly, and someone disappeared right after speaking out. That's next. If you want real stories like this, the ones buried in paperwork and silence, subscribe.